Have you ever been on a road trip or taken a train ride to the countryside? Life isn't as long as we think. And sometimes the moments that matter most are the ones we rush past. You pack your bags, pick a destination, and set off, excited, hopeful, maybe even nervous. But along the way, something interesting happens. You realize the beauty isn't just where you're going. It's in the ride itself. And just like that, life is a trip, not a task to finish, but a journey to feel. On this trip called life, we don't travel alone. We meet people, family, friends, strangers. Some join us early and stay until the very end. Others hop on briefly, maybe to teach us something, maybe just to share a moment, and then they leave. It's painful when someone exits the ride, but it's also a reminder. Every encounter is temporary. Every soul we meet as part of the scenery will one day look back on with gratitude or regret. Have you told the people on your ride that you appreciate them while they're still here? Every trip has its views, breathtaking sunsets, surprise discoveries, quiet roads no one talks about, but there are also unexpected turns, roadblocks, detours you never planned for. Some days you'll break down, you'll lose direction, you'll sit still for longer than you want to. Delays are not denials. Breakdowns aren't the end. Even when it feels like you've stalled, life is still happening. The engine is still running. When life feels stuck, can you still open the window and breathe in the moment? That's the sobering truth. No one knows how long their ride will last. Not a single one of us. Some people leave this world too soon. Others live long, but forget to live deeply. It's not how far you travel. It's how well. What if, just what if, today was part of the final stretch of your journey? Would you spend it arguing, scrolling endlessly, or worrying about things that won't matter in the end? Or would you finally look out the window, smile, and just enjoy the ride? Are you so focused on the destination that you're forgetting to enjoy the journey? Because the truth is, you're already on the trip. The question is, are you really here for it? There's a phrase we've all heard 100 times. Life is short. But let me ask you something. When you hear that, do you feel fear or do you feel focus? Most of us grow up thinking time is infinite. We make plans for someday. Someday we'll start that business. Someday we'll fix that relationship. Someday we'll finally live. But here's the truth. Life isn't a marathon with a guaranteed finish line. It's more like a sand glass turned once. And none of us know how much sand we have left. Imagine a world where life never ended. No aging, no deadlines, no goodbyes. It might sound like a dream at first, but think about it. If we had forever, would we ever truly appreciate a single moment? Will we still cry at weddings, knowing nothing ever really ends? Will we hold a newborn baby with trembling awe if birth wasn't the beginning of something fleeting and precious? It's the ending of things that gives them value. Sunsets wouldn't move us if they lasted all night. Limits often feel like punishment. We don't want time to run out. We don't want to lose people. We don't want things to change. But think of this. A photograph is beautiful because it captures a second that can never happen again. A concert is unforgettable because the music won't last forever. A hug feels deeper because we don't know when we'll give the next one. So maybe life being short isn't a tragedy. Maybe it's the point. It's not a threat. It's not saying, be afraid, time is running out. It's saying, wake up, look around, breathe it all in now while you still can. The brevity of life nudges us to live slower, love deeper, and be more present. It invites us to say, I love you more often, forgive a little faster, and stop postponing joy. Because this isn't a rehearsal. This is the real thing. What would you do differently if you truly believe your time was limited? Would you call someone today instead of waiting till next week? Would you write that book, take that trip, start that healing? Would you stop worrying so much about what people think and start living more by what you feel? Life is short, but instead of seeing that as something scary, what if you saw it as permission? Permission to live boldly, to take nothing for granted, to celebrate the small things, to leave behind the unnecessary and walk lighter, freer, more awake. Life is short, but maybe, just maybe, that's what makes it so incredibly beautiful. Sometimes, we don't even realize how heavy we're traveling through life. We say we want peace, but we carry resentment. We long for happiness, but we're weighed down by bitterness, comparisons, and pride. Let's be honest for a moment, really honest. Are you still holding on to something that's hurting you more than it's helping you? Maybe someone wronged you. Maybe they never said sorry. Maybe they don't even care. But ask yourself, by holding on to that pain, who am I punishing more? Them or myself? You see, grudges don't protect us. They poison us. They live in our minds rent-free, replaying the hurt over and over like a broken record. And life, this short, sacred trip, is too precious to be lived in rewind. How often do we shape our lives based on what others think? The way we dress, the words we say or don't say, the dreams we shrink because we're afraid of being judged. We want to be liked, to be praised, to be seen. But in chasing the world approval, we risk losing ourselves. What if I told you, you don't need to prove your worth to anyone? You already matter. You already belong. There's nothing wrong with success. There's nothing wrong with working hard. But when money becomes our identity, when status becomes our self-worth, we start living like machines instead of human beings. You won't take your paycheck to the grave. You won't be remembered for your followers or fame. You'll be remembered for your kindness, your compassion, the warmth of your presence. Picture life like a road trip. Every emotional burden you carry is a bag in your trunk. Some of those bags are packed with shame, guilt, pride, and fear. And here's the truth. You don't need to carry all of that. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending the pain wasn't real. It means choosing peace over pain. It means freeing yourself so you can move forward without dragging the past behind you. When the noise quiets, when the lights go off, when it's just you and your soul, what really matters. Inner peace is not loud. It's not flashy, but it feels like freedom. You sleep better. You smile more. You stop needing applause because your heart is already full. So I'll ask you again gently but clearly, what burdens are you carrying that you could set down today? Is it a name you refuse to forgive? A mistake you haven't released? A lie you believed about yourself for too long? Whatever it is, let it go. The trip is short. Travel light. You deserve to enjoy the journey with peace in your heart and light in your step. Take a breath, a deep one. Let it travel through you like a quiet reminder. You are here, not yesterday, not next week, not in the memories that haunt you or the plans that stress you, but here, right now, in this moment. Presence is an art, and like all art, it requires patience, attention, and a willingness to pause. In a world that's constantly screaming, rushing, swiping, and scrolling, being truly present is one of the bravest things you can do. But presence doesn't mean you sit cross-legged under a tree or meditate for hours. It's something much simpler. It's noticing the warmth of your cup of tea in your hand. It's hearing your child laugh instead of just parenting on autopilot. It's tasting your meal instead of devouring it while scrolling through your phone. It's being fully alive in this ordinary moment without needing it to be extraordinary. You don't need to wait for a vacation to feel alive. Life is an experience. The question is, are you present enough to feel it? When was the last time you were really present, not just existing, but living? When was the last time you paused to watch the sky change color? Or smiled at someone without looking past them? Or said, thank you for breath, without needing a reason? Maybe it's been a while, and that's okay. The beautiful thing about presence is that it's never too late to return to it. All it takes is a pause, a moment to breathe, a decision to notice, to feel, to be right here, right now. This short trip called life is not measured by how fast you go or how much you do. It's measured by how present you are, because the moments you remember most are not the busiest, but the ones where your heart was awake. Now, imagine this. You're on a train, headed somewhere unknown. You didn't buy the ticket. You didn't choose the route. You don't know how many stops are left. But you are on this train, this ride called life. And here's the truth. We don't get to choose how long the trip lasts, but we do get to choose how we travel. Being kind isn't weakness. It's not about pretending everything's fine or always saying yes. It's about choosing love over ego again and again. Hold the door open. Speak gently. Smile. Send that check-in message. Say thank you. These small gestures, they ripple far beyond what we can see. What's one kind thing you can do today with no expectation in return? Yes, life can be hard, but laughter is the soul's way of exhaling. It heals. It bonds. It reminds us that even in chaos, there is still light. Watch that silly video. Dance in the kitchen. Laugh at your awkward moments. Let go of being polished. Just be present. When was the last time you laughed so hard your cheeks hurt? Forgiveness isn't saying what happened was okay. It's saying, I refuse to let this pain control how I travel. It's about freeing your own heart. We all stumble. We all break. But we also all heal. Who are you still carrying on your back? And could you let them go today? Fear will keep you in the same seat forever. But courage, even just a little, changes everything. Apply for the job. Say how you feel. Start that project. Tell your story. Try and fail, and try again. Because the scariest thing isn't failure. It's never knowing who you could have been. What's one thing you've been too scared to try, and what's stopping you, really? Life isn't meant to be done alone. Tell your people you love them. Hug them. Call them. Show up. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, I'm here, because one day the train will stop, and all that will matter is who you loved and how deeply you love them. Who needs to hear from you today? Not later, not tomorrow, today. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to care. Pick up after yourself, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Help someone else carry their bags. Share wisdom. Plant seeds of hope and healing. Do good quietly. Make this world lighter, warmer, better, even if just by a little bit. When your seat is empty, what will your fellow passengers remember about you? Now, before we end, if your trip ended tomorrow, would you be proud of how you traveled? Not how many places you saw, not how much money you made, but how you loved, how you healed, how you gave, and how you grew. Because this trip, as mysterious and unpredictable as it is yours, and it's short. So make it count. Remember, life really is a short trip, so make the most of every moment. Laugh a little louder, love a little deeper, and don't wait for the perfect time to start living fully. If this video inspired you, leave a like, share it with someone who needs a reminder, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that feeds the soul. Until next time, enjoy the ride.